living God. Moses has to pray for them. Verse 18, he said, the Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love and forgiving sin and rebellion. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children for the sins of the fathers to the third and fourth generation. And according with your great love, forgive the sins of these people, just as you pardoned them from the time they left Egypt until now. He said, Lord, please have mercy on them. They've been a slave so long that they don't even know how to accept your goodness and your grace. And I'm calling upon your Lord in your grace and mercy to extend some more grace and mercy. The Lord replied, I've forgiven them. Nevertheless, as surely as I live, and as surely as the glory of the Lord fills the whole earth, not one of the men who saw my glory and the miraculous signs I performed in Egypt and in the desert, but who disobeyed me and tested me 10 times, not one of them will ever see the land I promised. And on their forefathers, no one who has treated me with contempt will ever see it. But because my servant Caleb had a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him into the land he went to. Caleb went to the same land that they went to. But he had a different spirit. They were leaders, but they were not true in their spirit and in their mind and their heart to the living God. And I've got to ask you, is thy heart right with God? You don't intend to treat God with contempt. But after all he's done, what is the result of when you hear bad news? And when the church is asking you to give more into its treasury to make a difference into the community, when we're asking for your talents and abilities and everything that we're doing, how do you respond? Because the church of Christ doesn't belong to Brother Dublin. It belongs to Christ. So whatever decisions we make and whatever decisions we don't make is based on your relationship with God himself. Is that not true? Now, the story is a long story. The people understand God's rebuke and his rejection of them and their mess. And in verse 39, when Moses reported this to the Israelites, they mourned bitterly. Now check this out. Early the next morning they went up toward the hill country. We have sinned, they said. We will go up to the place the Lord promised. But Moses says, why are you disobeying the Lord's command? See, when God gave them the opportunity, they wouldn't take it. So he gave them another command. You cannot have this. And so now they decide after all that stuff, now they're going to do what he now told them you cannot do. Verse 42, do not go up, because the Lord is not with you. You will be defeated by your enemies. But Amalekites and Canaanites who will face you there, because you have turned away from the Lord, he will not be with you, and you will fall by the sword. Nevertheless, in their presumptuousness, they went up to the high hill country. Though neither Moses nor the ark of the Lord's covenant moved from the camp, then the Amalekites and the Canaanites who lived in the hill country came down, attacked them, and beat them down all the way to Palmon. Beloved, when a bad report comes, when we are living in times that are trying our soul, now it may not be on the same scale of